What is happening? J Game Dude here, and Black Myth Wukong has been a massive success, both in terms of its numbers concurrent on Steam, but also the fact that it has now sold 10 million copies within only 3 days. So we should absolutely expect to see some very good numbers coming out of the next month's NPD, and I feel like these numbers are just the start, because I could see this game selling absolute gangbusters, as it turns out to be a worldwide success and not just in its home region of China. Now I have a very short Gematsu article here that just covers this off in a very small way, but one thing that I've noticed, and I've personally been kind of looking into the story of Sun Wukong and kind of his origin story, not just during the Journey to the West novel, but also just before, where so the basic idea is that Sun Wukong is a monkey that was born from an egg that is made out of stone that birthed him, which is kind of like a sort of a stone monkey almost. And he pretty much trained with a master that he met after jumping through a waterfall that a few monkeys tried to jump through but failed to do so, but it seems like Sun Wukong did manage to do just that. After training with his master, whose name I can't remember, he became quite strong, and in fact was the celestial bodies that govern the world felt threatened by him, so they sent their strongest celestial soldiers to try and take him down. Unfortunately, he managed to defeat them, and so as the stronger the enemies that he fought from the celestial realm he was able to beat, the more notorious he became. And so this very much feels like the story of this game, where like the more people who try to talk smack about its development or the game, the more they're making the game stronger and therefore selling so much more. So it very much feels like we're seeing the very notoriety originating from the Sun Wukong from the legends in question, the Chinese legends in questions. So too do we see that here with this game. I feel like I kind of was very much onto something there, but you know, you can really kind of take it however you'd like. But I would highly recommend looking up the story of Sun Wukong, and also just a very short summary of Journey to the West, because it's pretty much the journey from China to India to find the famous sutras in order to quell anguish and warring violence, pretty much humanity kind of going off a cliff in China. And so in order to kind of bring calm to the world, using the sutras from India in order to calm the populace during that time of humanity. So I just thought that was frankly quite an interesting story that is definitely worth looking into if you are interested in it. But yeah, I just can't help but talk about not just the fact that this game has sold a lot, but also be able to share some lore with you regarding Sun Wukong, and of course very much recommending that you look up some lore deep dives, especially because again, frankly, it's very interesting. I mean, the fight with, well, not even a fight necessarily, but the battle between Sun Wukong and the great Buddha himself, and just there are some very solid life lessons I feel like that we can always like learn from stories of the past. And this is also a story that came from the 15th century, I want to say, so from like 15 or 1600, no sorry 14th century, so that's 1500s that the story was written. So this story, again, thousands of years old, but still very much, I feel like, relevant to humanity as a whole. So again, that's just a great thing to know. But yeah, so effectively 10 million units sold across all platforms, 3 million current players across all platforms, and of course a very much a heartfelt thank you message to say thanks to all the players for your support and love. Have a great gaming weekend. and that is exceptionally great to hear because the game launched for PS5 and PC via Steam and Epic Game Store, and the fact that it is also going to be coming to Xbox at a later date. I'm not too sure why it was delayed from Xbox, but once it is available on Xbox, those numbers are only going to go up even more, though not by some substantial number, if of course the number of Xboxes out in the wild are anything to go by. But that's just me, putting in a bit of a slight sting in there. But yeah, as of the writing of this article, this game has also achieved, 3 million concurrent, but on Steam alone, it has achieved an all-time and 24-hour peak of 2,415,714 players, making it the highest ever concurrent game played within 24 hours of launch on Steam, and the second highest concurrent ever on Steam following PUBG Battlegrounds. So that's just a very, very interesting and fascinating thing to know. Great, absolutely brilliant thing to hear, because again, I feel like the more people talk about this, the more the game gets stronger, just as Sun Wukong did when his notoriety got stronger as he took on stronger and stronger opponents during his originating story of his notoriety across the lands of China. So with all of that being said, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 300 subs by the end of the year. I do also have a Patreon link in the description below, so if you feel like tossing a few bucks my way and think that I deserve it, absolutely you can do that. And yeah, with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.